Hey everybody, I know it's everyone's full from lunch. Hopefully you got enough to eat and you maybe had some caffeine to kind of energize you for the rest of the afternoon. But welcome to Oklahoma State University. We're glad you're here. Get ready for a pretty cool ride. Okay, we've got an awesome staff of folks that are here to help you write your proposals. Last year we submitted about 400 proposals. It was just under, right, 350 or so, asking about $118 million. I saw some of the graphics up there today. So they're prepared to handle any proposal, any complexity. But I gotta tell you what, you want to listen real carefully to what you hear today, and let's pay attention to every bit of the details, just like you do your request for proposals to instructions that they're going to give you. Because you want to be successful. It takes a team, which means they're going to have some things they're going to be accountable for, and some things you're going to be accountable for too. So listen up, follow through, and it'll go really well for you. So I'm Chuck Bunting, Associate Dean of Research. I think some of you met me yesterday during the orientation over at Engineering South, and I was introduced quickly today. But I'm going to leave you in capable hands. You just ran out the door. Jamie Westmoreland is the Associate Director of Sponsored Programs, and we have a great team to help you get it done. So Jamie, I'm going to let you take off. So,
Thank you. As you can see, if I can't find you, I will hunt you down. I'll track you down to get what you need. That's what you take away from today. Well, welcome everybody. We are going to orient you on sponsored programs in the College of Engineering, Architecture, and Technology. By the end of today, you're at least going to know how to start the proposal process. That's usually the hardest step for a lot of people. So that's our goal today. You're going to get a lot of other information. And then a couple years ago, we started implementing our CEAT finance team and our CEAT HR teams. This is because you get here and no one tells you how to hire a student or how to access your startup funds. So we're going to provide you with a little bit of information on that to get you going on those things. With that, we're going to start with the sponsored programs piece, and I'll introduce Bopasha. Well, hold up. I want to introduce everybody. We have a large team. We have 13 staff for sponsored programs in the College of Engineering, and most of us are here today, so I will point them out. Bopasha Deb is our sponsored programs manager. In her role, she's managing the proposal side. So if you're submitting proposals, you're going to be working a lot with Bopasha and the pre-award team. Then we have Anna Maitland. She primarily supports civil engineering and industrial engineering and management on the post-award side of things. So if you're from either of those departments, you should meet Anna before you leave. Sunan Thompson, she's part of our pre-award team. She focuses on submitting NSF proposals. So that's how you may interact with her. And we have Mason Bennett. She's also on our pre-award team. She works with all sponsors and all departments. And then we have Pam Reynolds. She's our grant writer and editor. And I think all of our staff are special, but Pam is extra special because we are the only college on campus that has our own grant writer editor. So you really need to get to know Pam. She does other things too. She can help you identify funding opportunities. She can review your manuscripts. Any kind of writing you're doing, Pam can help you with that writing and editing. If you need a piece for your proposal that's about a general description of the university, Pam probably has that or can write that up for you. So it's really important that you get to know Pam. And then we have Mitzi Riggs. Hi. She works on our post-award team. She primarily supports electrical engineering and material science engineering. Yes, thank you. And then Jen Lane, she's on our post-award team. She's with Division of Engineering Technology and Chemical Engineering. Thank you. And Fire Safety Training. Extension units. And then we have a couple of other people on our team that aren't here today, but you'll see their picture, I think. No, they won't. Okay, just kidding. Okay, we'll direct you to the website where you can find all of us. So with that, I'll hand it over to Bopasha. She's going to lead us through the sponsored programs orientation.
Hi everybody, welcome aboard. Thanks for the introduction, Jamie. So I will mainly go over the CEAT-sponsored programs, how to request for proposals. So I believe because most of you would be doing a lot of research, we hope. So you would be, once you identify a funding opportunity, you want to apply for a grant, the first step would be to contact us so that we can assist you with the submission of the proposal. So what do we do is, as I just said, that we help you submit proposal. With that, of course, we do not understand any technical part of your proposal, so it's the administrative side of the proposal that we assist you with. So now we make sure that you are compliant with the OSU policies and also the sponsor policies. If it's a federal sponsor, then if you're compliant with federal policy, or if it's a private, you're compliant with whatever their expectations are, their policies. We do manage the award. So once you submit the proposal and then it gets funded, so then our post-award team, they are basically handling your award and setting it up, and then you will get all those detailed instructions on how to, about all that from the post-award team. But for today's presentation, we'll focus more on the proposal side, because for awards, you do get to interact with your post-award assigned person, like as Jamie just said, that every department have their assigned post-award specialist. So they will walk you through with the award side. And then we make sure that everyone is meeting all the requirements. So like when you are identify a funding opportunity, you will get something called a solicitation or an RFP or whatever that is, and then that will list all the for that specific program, whatever the requirements are. Okay, so we just make sure that you are following all the requirements. Any kind of collaboration is needed. We make sure that we, have liaison. Basically, we kind of act as a liaison. We make sure that we will contact them and put everything together to submit the proposal. So the first thing is to submit a proposal request form. You identify a funding opportunity. Now, how do we get to know? Is you submit a proposal request form, and for that, what you would do, you can use this QR code. Unfortunately, the laser doesn't work. You can scan this QR code, or you can, and this is just a small little snapshot of the proposal request form. But if you go to this link, so this will take you to this page, and then if you type CEAT research, and then you can click on the first link that comes here, and then there are several different things. There's like find an expert. You don't need, I'm not gonna go over there, but if you scroll down to the bottom, and then if you click on faculty research and resources, so that's kind of at the bottom of the page. You can tell me if I need to slow down and I'm going too fast. And then you scroll down again, and then you click on the drop-down menu, and then here you find the submit a proposal request. So you click on that, and then you will find this link for the proposal request form. So you click on that, and this is what you'll have to complete the form. Ideally, we want you to submit the proposal request form at least 14 days before the due date, the date of submission, and that is at least. If it's a more complicated proposal, there are many moving parts. You have several collaboration, and by collaboration, you mean different colleges, or within campus, or different organizations, then we would prefer that you submit the proposal request form even earlier. So the earlier, the better. That way, we have time to review, we have time to assist you, give you all the directions that you need, and especially because most of you have just started as a faculty, and probably some of you are submitting a proposal for the first time. So the earlier is better. But 14 days is the minimum we want before the date of the submission. So now you will fill this out, and we will need all these information. We would like you to send us the link of the solicitation so that we can read it and provide you the direction that the solicitation has. The title of the proposal, so sometimes if you're not sure what the title is, you can say TBD, and make sure if you put some title and you change it later, make sure that you let us know that you've changed the title of the proposal. Then project start date, end date, and all that. I'm not going to go over all the fields. There are several of them. So once you fill out all of that, you would go to the bottom and submit. So once you submit it, it will go to our CEAT research comment inbox, and then it will come to me or Jamie, and then I will then assign one of our pre-award specialists to assist you with that proposal. And we have Mason here and Sanan. We have one more, and we are still looking for another. But the other person who is our pre-award specialist, she is not here right now. She's on vacation. But anyway, generally we have 3 full-time and 1 part-time pre-award specialist. But I will assign one of them to you once you submit this form. Okay? Any questions on that?
And Bapasha, doesn't a copy of that also go to them?
Yes. And a
their
copy.
email?
Yes, thank you. And a copy of whatever you submitted, PDF copy will be generated, and that will be sent, I believe, both to the PI and to us. So we will have a copy of that. Okay. And I will come to all these questions later. So these are something that we will need. And I haven't introduced that part yet, but what we do is we will have something called routing, and what we mean by routing is that we need university approval before we even submit the proposal. So the university has to approve the budget that you've prepared, that it is okay to go, you can submit it for the proposal. And these are all the things that the university requires to be answered before you submit a proposal. As I said, we will not go over all of that, that's a lot. But if you have any questions about that, you can ask us. Email at CEAT Research, and then you can, we will answer those. Okay. Okay, so this is the timeline. We'll quickly go over that. So you basically first submit the proposal request form. And so that's 14 days before the submission. So 10 days before the submission, we want you to send us the budget justification, and a draft of the statement of work. So why we need that is, again, as I said before, that we do have a university approval process that we have to go through before we can submit the proposal, and they will look at your budget justification, and the statement of work can be a draft statement of work. So that's why we need that 10 days before the submission, because that routing process takes at least 5 business days at minimum to complete. And we are not allowed to submit a proposal until the routing process within the university is completed. So it is really important that we get that done before we can submit the proposal. So 10 days before the submission, we would want the budget justification. Budget justification is basically explaining what you put on your budget, and a draft statement of work. And while that is going on, the routing, you prepare all your documents, and then we would want 5 days before the submission, the senior personnel documents. So what senior personnel documents are, basically your bio sketch. There is something called a current and pending support, which basically lists all your ongoing projects or the ones that you have submitted pending. And then COA is another thing that NSF wants, but again, it kind of depends on your sponsor, but those are main 3 things that you would need for the senior personnel documents, and we would like that to be sent to us 5 days before the submission, because that is not something specific to your project. So it is something you probably already have, and then once you send it to us, it will be, we can upload it to whatever submission portal that particular sponsor is using. And that kind of saves us time for later, right? Because then later we can upload all the other rest of the documents that are required for the submission. Now, day before the submission, we want, if it is not an email submission, most of the sponsors will have certain submission portal to submit your proposal. So we would want you to send all the documents, your final documents, to us 1 day before the submission, so that there can be technical glitches. Sometimes it's not compliant, sometimes things will be missing. So it gives us time to review it, send it back to you if there are anything missing or you need to change, and also make sure that we everything we are able to upload it to the submission portal. Sometimes the submission portal might have glitches. So it's always better that you must send 1 day before the submission. Okay. So budget and justification. So our college has a template for the budget. So once you submit the proposal request form and I assign you to one of the pre-award specialists, they will contact you, and when they contact you, they will send you a budget template and a budget justification template. And that budget justification template is something we have prepared, and which that is valid for the NSF proposals and most of the proposals. And if you need any help with figuring out the budget template that our college has, it is pretty straightforward, but you can always ask your pre-award specialist to help you with it. But that is what they will send you, and they will also send you the instructions on what else other documents will be needed for your proposal. And then once they do that, so on your budget, these are some of the things that's listed. One is the percent time effort, basically what percent of time are you going to dedicate to this project. Is something that you will be putting on your budget, right? Like basically your salary, whatever you're requesting. For your GI, the graduate student salary you're requesting, what type of materials and supplies, travel, and all those things. And also, then your pre-award specialist will make sure that those are all allowable costs, because there are some federal policies, or the sponsors might have specific instructions on what is allowed and what is not allowed. So we will review it and let you know if you need to change anything. So these are basically the things that will go in the budget, and then justification, you're justifying whatever you're requesting for. Is that clear? Okay. So once we receive all these documents, then we'll prepare that for the routing. As I said, routing is the university process of proving your budget. And the thing that you see here is Cayuse. That Cayuse is basically our university electronic routing system. You will have an account in Cayuse, and then your routing will be in Cayuse, and you will be, once it clears the university grants and contracts office approval, they review it and then approve it. It will come to you for your certification that yes, you do agree with whatever budget has been put in routing. You agree with the budget justification and all that. So that's the system we use for that. As it says that it goes through multiple departments. If there are several faculties involved in it who are in different departments or in different college. So all of you will have to certify that you agree with that budget that's been put in routing. And then it will go to the head of the department, it will go to the VPR office, and once everything is done, then it is approved. So as you can see, it can take time to get approved. So once that is done, and again, for questions about Cayuse, because most of you would be using it for the first time, you can scan this QR code to go to the resource page for Cayuse. There are faculty resource page, and then if you click on this link here, it will show you a video how you certify your proposal in Cayuse. Again, if you have questions when you are actually doing it, you can contact us, or you can send an email to the cayuse@okstate.edu. Sorry. Yeah, you can send your questions at that too, if you have any questions. Sometimes we are not able to answer because it's very specific Cayuse questions, so then you can email them. Any questions on that?
Could you explain how they'll be prompted to get into Cayuse?
Yes, so you will get an email notification when it is ready for your certification. So once it clears that, first it goes to the grants and contracts office, and they approve it, it will go to the PIs and all the co-PIs, and you will get an email notification saying that it requires your certification. It will give you a link to click on it on the email. So you click on that and it will take you to that proposal that you need to certify. And we use the same thing for the award, but as I said, I'll not go into award. We'll just focus on proposal for now. Am I missing anything else?
If it's their first one, you may have to contact Cayuse.
Oh,
If it's their first time, and they're new, you have to contact Cayuse so they can activate
Yes.
it.
We'll
Well,
take
we
care
can
of
do that too. Yeah. I think we can.
you'll log in with your O key.
So, yeah. Okay, now, what are the responsibilities, just so we are clear on what is expected from us that we should be doing? And so here, like, it's basically teamwork. You give us all the information on time, then we can process it timely. Otherwise, it kind of can, because there are several of them we are working on at the same time, and we have to prioritize which one we work first and which one we work later. So the responsibility of a PI is that, of course, you too will review the funding opportunity announcement. We will review it, but you review it too. Okay, and there are a lot of technical details provided there, which we will not really understand. It's the administrative part we understand. Then you will compose the final budget justification, statement of work. You will prepare that and send it to us. Again, if you maintain the timeline, then nobody will have a panic attack at the last moment. So we will save ourselves from that. And then you also are responsible for sending all the final documents to your specialist by the time they have requested you to send it by. For the sponsored program specialist, it is our duty to send you a budget template and budget justification template on our initial email. It also then will collect all the documents. We will route it for a university approval. We will also upload all the documents on the submission portal. If you send it to us on time, we will review it and let you know, if everything is in order, if any document is missing, or there's supposed to be a certain section included in a certain document as per the announcement, we will let you know. But again, that will be possible only if you send all the documents on time. We will upload them, on that submission portal, and then all the submission portals let you generate a full proposal preview. So if everything is going on time, then the specialist will print it out and print and then send it to you for your review. And then once you give us the final go-ahead sign, then we will submit it. Okay? So it will be our responsibility to submit the proposal, and most of the portals actually do not let PI submit it. It's the AORs. We are called the AORs. We are the only ones who can submit it. So even if you want to, you will not be able to submit it. Okay. So in short, this is the proposal step summary. You first submit the proposal request form. Then you receive the first email from your assigned program, sponsored program specialist. Then you will return the budget justification, and the statement of work as whatever date the specialist wants it by, which is at least 10 days before the submission. And then it will be put in Cayuse for routing. When it's your time, you will get the email notification for certifying it in Cayuse, so you will certify that. It completes the routing. Then 5 days before the submission, you will send us all the senior personal documents, which are basically your bio sketch, your current and pending, or anything else that the sponsor might want. But those are the senior personal documents. None of those are the technical documents. And then finally, a day before the submission. So let's say today, tomorrow, 5 o'clock is the date of due time. You would be sending the previous morning all your final documents. So it's almost, I mean, at least we have almost 2 whole days to, 1 whole day to review and then send it back to you, because then there will be a back and forth exchange, right? So the technical documents to your sponsored program specialist, they will upload it, send your final preview, and then if everybody thinks it's good to go, we'll submit it. So that is about what the proposal process is. Now, here, as Jamie already introduced you, that's Pam, our proposal editor or writer. She will help you in with your manuscript. Again, she is cannot help you with the technical stuff, but she will help you with the flow. If you need to, if it's a collaborative thing, making those connections, and also if do you want to talk about that, Pam? Or if you need you want to find out a partner that will fit your proposal that you're submitting, you can reach out to her and she can help you with that. Sometimes for some of the documents, if she has a previously submitted one that has been awarded and the faculty has given the permission to share it with others, then she can share those with you, so you get an idea about what needs to be included in those documents. And review your whole proposal. So things like that. She sends out a Wednesday research brief, and she lists out all the different funding opportunities that she has been doing it for years, so she kind of knows what our faculties need, so she puts those in Wednesday research brief, so that's really important and that's very helpful. So if you look through that, you might find a lot of funding opportunities that you want to apply to. If you specifically have a certain area you are interested in, you can email her and let her know that if she comes across any funding announcement for that particular area you are interested in, she can find that and send it to you personally as well. Anything else? Okay. So yeah, and as Jimmy said, she is really important that you all get to know her. She's very helpful. Engineering, I believe, is the only college that has their own proposal editor or writer. At the university has one, but we have specifically for our College of Engineering. And with that is the award notification. Now you do all the hard work, and finally the actually comes when you really get awarded. Yay! So that's when you will basically the award notification sometimes comes to us. Sometimes it comes to the VPR office, and they then forward it to us. And sometimes it comes to you, the PI. If you receive the award notification, the first thing you do is forward it to us. All departments have their assigned award manager. You can contact them or just send it to CEAT Research, and then Jamie will forward it to whoever it is their department is. And then your award, the grant post-award specialist will walk you through the steps for the award. I am not going to go into the details of that because it kind of varies with every sponsor, so it's not that standard at the proposal side maybe. And for the awards also, you will have time to talk to your specialist, and you have all that time to go through the process. For the proposals, you sometimes don't have time. It's always rush. So the PI responsibility, as I said, if you receive an award notification, you send it to us, and whatever documentation you have, just forward them. And then the staff responsibility would be, again, if we receive it and you don't receive it, we notify you about the award, and then they will lead you through the process. So with that, thank you, and if you have any questions.
Any questions? Okay, if you're not sure, you can always email seatresearch@okstate.edu and we can help you with whatever your question is. Connect you to the right person or answer whatever question that you have. Maybe you're working with a sponsor you've never worked with before, or you're not sure about a funding opportunity, we can help you with that. If you come across an opportunity that is a limited submission, please let us know. Those go through the VPR's office to select who the proposal that will be submitted will be. So there's a process established for that. But if you're unsure if a limited submission has been initiated, you can always reach out to us and we can help facilitate or coordinate that.